Yo, what's up, everybody? JayShockblast here. We are live. We are direct. Sorry I had to run a little late. Looks like this bad boy is about to get started. Let's play. It's a premiere. All right, so this should be starting here shortly. And thank you so much for being here. This is, let's see. Let me just make sure everybody's looking at the same thing. Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. So here we go. Welcome, everybody. Let's check out this gameplay. All right, here we go. Starting soon. Midnight Suns. Wolverine versus...
Hi everyone, and welcome to our first gameplay live stream of Marvel's Midnight Suns. My name is Caroline Guevara, producer and your host for today. I am joined by two very special guests, Jake Solomon, our creative director.
Very happy to be here. Very happy to finally play the game for people.
Of course. And of course, Garthy Angelos, our franchise producer.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you haven't followed us on social media yet, please do so.
Yes,
on
follow
Twitter
them all on
and
the
Instagram.
social media.
Again, that is Marvel's Midnight
What's up,
Suns.
Uzma? What's up, Cerno? What's up, Martin? What's up, Breezy?
And also, if you
what's
want
up,
a
This
very
Is The Way?
exclusive
What's up,
skin
G-Skills?
for Blade or Night Stalker
What's up, Ryan?
Skin, definitely sign
What's
up
up,
for
Nom
our
Nom?
newsletter.
What's up, Graham?
Into some pretty incredible stuff, Caroline and Jake.
All right.
Which we
Everybody
are
hear everything okay?
ecstatic to show the world.
Finally happy to just be able to play the game.
And
up,
you know,
Tuck?
it's been a while, and you know, on behalf of the team, before we do dive in,
Yeah.
watching the trailer, watching the gameplay assets that came out, it's been incredibly invigorating for the team to see the reaction from the community. It really does energize us. We are going to be finishing the game and seeing your guys' love and excitement for what's to come. The team really appreciates it, so thank you all. We've also been listening to your feedback already, very important to us.
Yep.
How can there be too much
one
feedback?
point
We
which
haven't
definitely
really
wanted to
seen
touch on was the fact
actual
that
gameplay.
this game is a premium title, an enormous single-player game that is brimming with content, and we're not going to have gameplay microtransactions.
No
I
microtransactions.
understand why people would think that, but no. Every ability that your heroes can have, they're in the game. You only earn them by playing with the heroes you love. There are no gameplay microtransactions. So
There we go.
put that to rest. Let's
Nope.
just
We're
play
just
the
starting
game.
Armed Darkness.
Let's
What's up,
keep
Hazards?
Let's play,
What's up,
guys.
Artem? What's up,
Let's go.
Electro?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's up, Alvin?
Jake, you and I
All
used
right,
to
look
play
at
another
this.
game.
Oh, we
quite a bit.
did. We
And
did.
we're not quite in Kansas anymore, are we? This looks
No.
That's a little bit different.
So, you're in control of the Hunter, moving her in real time there. You're at the Abbey, which is an entirely
So keep
new
in mind, you
superhero
can
headquarters that
customize
we
the Hunter, by the way.
created with Marvel.
So you can have a male hunter or a
superhero team
female
has to have a
hunter.
cool superhero
What's up,
headquarters.
Justin?
This is ours. We're just showing the
They got
exterior.
Drake
We're going to show
Bell,
more
Spider-Man.
of the Abbey at the end of this mission.
What's up, William?
Today, we're really showing off combat. So we've got a couple of our squad mates here. We're going to head into combat. This is our Hunter. We've talked about how customizable they are. They can look very
They are.
different
What's up,
from this.
Isaac? What's up, Mr. Power?
We're walking by one of the other characters on the team, Magic, my personal favorite character in the Midnight Suns.
You know, it also was incredibly important to us and the team to have a base that reflected something like we all knew and loved when we were kids with Marvel.
Yeah.
Avengers Tower, X-Men, and the X-Mansion.
Oh, look at
Now
that.
having your own base is such a staple that I think you need to do in a Marvel game. It's something that hasn't been done before. You can now have your own.
Yes, and ours, that's a big part of the game, is how it comes alive, how you live with these heroes. And we'll talk about that in a
What's up,
little
Lord
bit.
Nightbringer? I'm
And so
sorry.
now what we've done is
I
crossed
said
over
I'm sorry.
into this sort of interdimensional space we call Limbo. So Magic opens
What's
portals.
up, Woodrow?
You walk through Limbo and you get to your next mission.
That's
and
sick.
that's kind of one of her powers, and she can display this stuff in combat as well.
Awesome. So we're going to just dive right into combat then?
Yes.
All right,
We're
let's
play
do
some
it.
combat.
We are going to play some combat, and again, you know, we are a tactics team through and through. I'm so proud of the designers we have here and the folks that work with Jake and the creative systems designers. But we've made something that you have not quite seen before when it comes to a tactics game. There's so much when it comes to the visual element of this, characters and how they're going to move and the superhero flair that you're going to see. But first, we wanted to slow down before we start playing this thing fast.
Let's
and
talk.
talk about what the mechanics
Let's talk
are
about the
right?
abilities, right? Because, as you may have heard,
This is on all
the
consoles,
hero's abilities,
all
they're
platforms.
dealt to you at the start of combat.
Even
and
Switch.
Like a hand of cards. Which
cards?
Yeah.
A timeless game mechanic, by the way, right, Jake?
What could be controversial about cards? Nothing, I assume. However, in case it is, I would understand why people would say, what? That's very different from anything we've done before. It doesn't actually, I want to make sure that people understand it doesn't play that different than things we've done before. But as Garth is playing, I'm going to explain how this whole system works. And the idea is that every character has their own abilities that the player is in charge of. So they can assign whatever abilities they want to Blade, to Doctor Strange, to the Hunter. They bring all those abilities into combat, and there aren't that many of them. So you're going to see all those abilities come up. But they're dealt to you as a hand of cards. And
there's some really cool card categories too, right?
Yes. So there's three different types of abilities that are really important. There's an attack, which
not
there. One of the benefits of abilities, treating them as a card, is we can put like really interesting effects on them. So we have tons of them. It's another benefit is we can make so many different abilities. We can give them interesting effects. One is an attack, which Garth showed off there with Blade. The next is a skill, which he just used with Doctor Strange. And that is the sort of thing that is a little more, could buff your allies, could be defensive. There are different ways to use it. But ultimately, the important thing is that by playing attacks, by playing skills, you're building up a resource that we call heroism. You can see this in the bottom right.
What's that?
Yeah, it's a simple, the game all rotates around heroism, right? And so you build up heroism and you use that to then use the third type of ability, which is called the heroic.
They are your most powerful attacks. They can have devastating impacts on the enemies, and that's what we're working towards right here. Now, I have a few other plays. Before I use Doctor Strange's heroic, I'm going to use one of the Hunter's attacks to build up more heroism, which will make the heroic stronger.
Interesting.
So right now, the Hunter's in a great position to fire off this ability.
Ooh, look at that.
Knock an enemy into another enemy. But you can also discreetly move your characters around the battlefield, and you'll have to be able to use different abilities or different effects in the environment.
So
now we're going to
sorry. Oh, no, you're fine. I was going to say, like, it seems like you have a lot of flexibility and freedom how you choose to play, like, with your heroes.
Yeah, you do. I mean,
the idea
is that
I think the card thing is what everybody's nervous about.
Still very deep.
Sick.
I love that ability.
That was sick.
He just KO'd that person.
Absolutely smashed that dude.
An axe in their head, and then they just were knocked
gentle KO. We'll be okay.
Knocked out. Right?
After a few hours.
Yeah. Fine.
But also, I mean, you saw that heroic ability. Our team and our content team.
Yeah, I think we're all nervous about the card mechanics. But this looks pretty cool. It does seem like it would be easy to adapt to.
Incredibly satisfying to watch over and over. And the payoff.
Yeah, they've really pushed the presentation of the abilities, and it's amazing to see. There are a lot of deep elements to combat here, and part of that is how different the heroes play. So we have a number of different abilities here, and in fact, actually, Garth, you can talk about what you're about to do here.
Yeah, we're going to use a special skill from the Hunter, which is going to chain on and allow us to use a very, very powerful card in our deck. So Inspire allows you to play heroic or a card that costs heroism for free. So that's what we're going to do with Hunter, and that's going to lead into this powerful ability.
Yeah, and so the hero combo, again, a big attack. The way that you unlock these abilities is actually through the Abbey. So we talk about how the relationships that you have with these heroes, and this is very awesome and very powerful. You unlock these super powerful attacks by forming a relationship with the heroes involved.
Wow, that's
Last man standing.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, Blade. Gotta go with Blade.
I mean, of course.
So again, that's an encounter. You know, they play very, very fast.
Why is it that for every one of these sites we take out, it seems like 2 more appear in their place?
Patience. Hydra certainly lives up to their name.
I've hunted an actual Hydra. That was easier.
Easier than this.
Oh, snap.
I live up to my name, too.
Second Tesla isn't what he does.
Hell of a price Crossbones put on your head. Runt.
Crossbones?
Too bad he never said it had to stay attached to your body. Well, too bad for you. Big words. For a dead man.
The Bester isn't what he does. Wow.
You got one thing right today, Sabertooth. Heads are definitely about to roll.
I love the voices. They did a good job with these.
Look, another mangy stray.
Yeah, Yo, Pewter.
You smell wrong.
Compared to him,
Good point.
Now I get to kill 2 runs with 1 claw. Maybe I should be paying Hydra.
Okay, guys, I would be lying if I would say I'm not excited about this very iconic duo, this battle between Sabertooth and Wolverine.
Yeah, and as you saw there,
I agree,
just
Breezy.
one of the cinematics. We have hours of cinematics in the game. Obviously, we're telling a very deep story, and part of that story, of course, is introducing these villains.
See
These are
how
the
they,
first
like,
villain
angled
we've
it?
shown, but we have a
So
large
it, like,
cast
blew up in
of
the environment?
characters. Not just heroes. We've got, again, as I said, 12 Marvel heroes plus the Hunter. We also have a large cast of villains for the player to fight against.
12 different
What makes Lilith
heroes.
so powerful? So
Not
again, she's the
including the Hunter.
ultimate enemy. The thing
So we
that's
don't know
cool
about
her,
3 of
if you
them.
imagine the most dangerous people in the Marvel universe,
Was that
she's
Steve Blum?
she's equally dangerous because she can corrupt people with a single touch. So not only will you fight villains like Sabretooth here, but you'll fight what we call Fallen, where Lilith has corrupted villains. She's corrupted even heroes that the player's going to have to
Interesting.
fight against over the course of the game. So yeah, very deep narrative. A lot of narrative comes out, not just through cinematics, but also you'll experience in-game as well.
Oh, look at that.
And now we're fighting against Sabertooth. And yes, you're right. This is an iconic matchup, right? Wolvie, the best at what he does.
Yep.
Sabertooth, kind of good at what he does.
Kind of good at what he does.
He's deadly.
Yeah, man, this is
Sabertooth
fun.
is a very deadly character. And so
I
you're going
like
to
that
have to
it's
require
so
your
different.
entire team to take him out. All of our villains have a bunch of unique abilities and also a unique flair to them. Sabertooth, the idea behind Sabertooth is that he has
I
ability
can't wait
called
for
Frenzy,
Guardians
and that
2
means
though,
that
nom nom.
every time you take an action, he may respond, right? So you have to be really careful. You have to be very efficient in
I
what you
love
do
this.
because Sabertooth responds very quickly. So
Got
we can
it.
take 2 actions, then he's going to fight back.
So you have to like anticipate when he goes on that frenzy, kind of.
Yes,
Got
like
it.
for now.
What's up, Ralph?
But yeah, I mean, I love Sabertooth. We've introduced, here we're introducing Wolverine for the first time. This is where you meet him. This is pretty far into the game, probably. I mean, actually, this game's very long, so not that far, but this is a good 10, 12 hours into the game.
Wow, you don't get
when you
Wolverine
meet
till that far
Wolverine
in.
and you unlock him. So there are characters you unlock through play. This is the moment when you sort of meet Wolverine for the first time.
So you're like 10 to
And
12
so,
hours in
again,
to meet Wolverine and
a
unlock
completely
him.
different play style, completely unique set of abilities.
Can you go into his abilities a little bit more? Like what makes him so unique and different from the other characters?
What's up,
Yeah,
kid?
so if you think about Wolverine,
Yeah,
it's
what's up,
he's very
Alexander?
savage. He has the ability to attack multiple targets. So he has what we call chain. He has a lot of ability that chain to multiple targets. And at the same time, he can taunt enemies. And that means that he can draw their fire. When he attacks them, then enemies target Wolverine after that. And that's great because Wolverine has the ability to regenerate health. He's very low on health here. Garth, you doing okay, bud?
That's usual berserk. I'm gonna get some lifesteal on there if you want to mention that.
Lifesteal?
I believe in you, Garth. Like you can do this.
Very
As you can see,
It does look cool.
Sabertooth, huge health bar.
Heavy hitter. Definitely
Yes,
heavy hitter.
definitely a heavy hitter. And so that's good. Wolverine has got some lifesteal
Look
going
at
on.
the environment.
And sent that guy to the moon. But yeah, this is the problem with Sabertooth, right? Is that
Knockback.
just doesn't stop. And this matches how he is in the comics as well. Like Sabertooth doesn't stop,
Yep.
So you have to always kind of be on your toes here.
All right. What are we doing, Garth? Like
We got him.
we got him. Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm actually going to
You can position yourself, use the environment.
Okay. Right.
Oh,
One
so
thing that's
he
worth
moves.
pointing out is that as you move, you can continue to move until you use an ability, right? And so you can position yourself just
Interesting.
perfectly. Until you use an ability, you can continue to move around the map.
And the
Interesting.
movement balance is one of my favorite parts as movement. If you play tactics, you know how critical it is.
Oh, look at this.
But it's this wonderful balance of you can choose to play more methodically and find that single precise movement position to take advantage of the enemies, but it's not every single turn, every single action you make that decision.
Can't heal.
So to start, you're going to get 12 characters. We've already seen 9, plus the Hunter. Hellstrom makes sense. He was a Midnight Sun. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's that? Is that Lilith? Yo, is she about to turn him into a zombie? Is that... No, that's Lilith. Okay. Oh, they're about to, like... Yo, that's sick. She just, like, venomized him.
Alright, so we saw a lot of good gameplay, a lot of good ability. It's just like amazing gameplay, of course. But this isn't just it, right, Garth? There's still a whole other section
Mephisto,
to it.
Right?
There's a whole other section.
I thought it was Mephisto and still is
incredibly exciting. Again,
no, that was
we love tactics games, and changing what we did with the tactics design there wasn't enough. We wanted the whole other half of the game that was the RPG part of the tactics RPG. So we're going back to the Abbey now, and we're going to show you guys a little bit of a gameplay tease with what you can do within the Abbey. And we're going to start in the Hunter's Quarters.
All right, let's do it.
You can do an enormous amount. Obviously, after a hard day's work, you want to go back to your place of refuge.
Right, you're wearing casual clothes, right? Many outfits. We actually have a lot of outfits. And
look at this room. It looks like some decorating could be done. Can you do decorating?
Joan. Yeah, you gotta update the room.
Oh, look at this guy.
Ways to update not just the character, the room as well. Here's your beloved
horse, Charlie.
Right, your beloved hellhound Charlie, who loves you so much.
Charlie.
You can, of course, pet the dog, and there's a lot of benefits to that.
Charlie.
Are we going to be able to explore that a little bit more?
We are, and in fact, what's happening right now is the hunter walking out into the common room after combat, and so
this does look great.
This is really a social experience where after combat, all these heroes are hanging out, and you can choose from different heroes after combat to hang out with, and this is an important part of building a relationship.
It is. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. Not only do you have fun in combat, you come back, and you have a very, very important choice to make, which is a whole other part of the Marvel fantasy, right? It's not just battling amongst these heroes.
I know,
it's
Alexander.
Who do you want to hang out
Gotta
with?
love
Marino
Charlie.
Or Iron Man, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of benefit to this, right? There's not just a narrative benefit as they commiserate over their terrible parents. My dad's not watching because I can commiserate with them as well.
Charlie,
but yeah, then in addition to hanging out with heroes, you obviously get to have a deeper experience talking to different characters around the Abbey. We're kind of alluding here, like your dialogue choices can affect the Hunter's balance as well.
I mean, it's an RPG. There's branching dialogue choices here.
Right.
You mentioned the light-dark balance.
Chris, right?
The role-playing portion of how you want to craft your Hunter and their personality is incredibly
Shrine.
And you'll be able to do that.
Agatha reference.
In the Abbey. Uh-oh, what are we doing here, Caroline? You love the dog?
I do.
You walk your dog?
I mean, it looks like it.
Dog can walk with you.
Dog's walking, leading me somewhere special. Okay, where are we going?
So,
it's not
this
open
is just
world,
one of the many things that happens on the Abbey grounds. So the Abbey grounds
the Abbey
are
is
very
open world,
which you can explore, and you should. And this is a lot of really interesting optional content that the player can come out here, explore the grounds, uncover a lot more narrative, a lot more gameplay. And so, again, we wanted this to feel like a living space. And so it's not just the interior of the Abbey, it's the exterior grounds as well that feel, appropriately supernatural.
Yeah, we've seen the caretaker talk about Wanda before.
It's not enough to just have
think is going to be
a series of menus in between missions or a base that doesn't have a lot of
Agatha's
content and substance to it. And the grounds really act as that, since they're overloaded with secrets and mysteries. And deep, deep lore to learn more.
We have a long time
until
March, right?
About the background of the Hunter.
So we're going to see a lot more.
Right, and there's so much more that we would love to show you.
Keep going. Can we keep going?
Dude, it is Agatha. Look at that.
There's so much more to show you, and we will.
Agatha's Shrine.
All right, well, there you have it, guys. We have a little bit of gameplay, a little bit of Abbey, a lot of combat that's coming up as well. What's coming up, guys, in October, coming months?
A lot. So we want to dive deep on some of the characters, like start to show more about these characters, and then show more gameplay. We just hinted at it with the combat and the Abbey, so we want to show more of that in the coming months.
Awesome. Well, I'm pretty sure everyone's looking forward to it. Thank you so much, guys, both Jake and Garth, for joining us today and showing our fans, of course, like Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Yes,
look at the
we are
comics in the
very happy
background.
to finally be
Blade, Ghost Rider,
That's incredibly exciting. Thank
Captain
you all.
America.
Thanks for being with us.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, thank you, guys. If you haven't done so
Captain
already,
Marvel,
make sure to follow us on
Runaways.
social media. Again, that is Marvel's Midnight Suns
Wolverine.
on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure to give us a follow. Also, sign
Then
up for our
Agatha
newsletter
all
for
on,
the
right?
very
This is not a
exclusive
mobile game.
Night
This is
Stalker
a
Fates
full-blown
game. Thank you so much for
console
joining
game.
us today, and we look forward to sharing more.
All right, so there we go. That is their premiere, Firaxis Games, coming in March. And there you go, Midnight Suns. All right. And make sure you go to their website, sign up for their mailing list. You'll get this skin for him. Now, as you can see, PS5, PS4, Xbox.
Get you hyped. Yes. Don't do that. Come on.
No, but we need the hypeness, of course.
Like, come on.
I'm sorry, I get excited. I get very excited.
All right, I guess that was a little part at the end there. All right, cool. So, that was a pretty cool thing. We had some fun there, and also make sure you go to their YouTube channel and check them out. Let's go ahead and pull this up on screen, real quick. Pull that up. There we go. Let me just make this full screen. All right, we'll talk over this for now. All right, guys. So that is our first gameplay look at Marvel's Midnight Suns. Well, not our first gameplay look, but it was a pretty early gameplay look, right? So we got to see some real, actual in-depth gameplay. They do. I think I have the link in the description. If not, I'll make sure I put it there. So, what did you guys think? I mean, I think that that looks really great. Who am I going to main? I guess I'm not starting with Wolverine, but I'm very excited for Wolverine. Definitely Blade. I'm assuming, like, with all the references we keep seeing to Scarlet Witch, I'm assuming she's going to show up. She makes a lot of sense. I'm thinking Moon Knight. I'm hoping Moon Knight is in here. And if Moon Knight's in there, it's a wrap. I'm going to be Moon Knight. It looks like you don't have to be the Hunter, but it seems like there's a benefit to being the Hunter. So there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. I thought the gameplay looked really cool. Definitely the most in-depth we've seen. Wanda is coming. If those two hints at her aren't clear. Right, exactly, Mystic Wiccan. I mean, it seems fairly obvious, We've seen her come up in the conversation, and there's literally a shrine to Agatha in the Abbey. So, I mean, all signs definitely point to Scarlet Witch, but until it's confirmed, I mean, they did mention that there are some heroes that Lilith kind of took over, and she's, like, got under her spell. So who knows? Scarlet Witch might not be playable. She might be a boss fight, You never know. I mean, we have a long ways to go, right? It is September 7th. March is still 6 months away. So there's a lot of time for them to roll stuff out and kind of introduce everybody and let us get a good idea of everything that's going on. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, we'll just talk with you now. So I can't wait. What do you guys think? I think the game looks fantastic. The card aspect, obviously, for a lot of people, is going to be the part where it's going to be a little bit different, but it didn't look that bad. You're not necessarily button mashing or anything like that, but like, what's the difference between turn-based strategy and doing the cards? You know what I mean? It looks like there's ways to replenish the cards, all those kind of stuff. So, yeah, it looks very different, but I think I'm going to enjoy it a lot. And it looks like it's going to be challenging. You're going to have to think. You're not just going to be able to smash buttons, which I'm a button masher, so I get it, I think you always have to bring the Hunter. No, I've seen some of the gameplay clips where the Hunter is not in the party. So I do not believe you actually, I think I've even been told you do not necessarily always have to have the Hunter. But she did have that one card where her relationship, because you're building the relationships in the Abbey, she did have that one card that let you use your like ultimate ability and at no cost. If you looked on the right-hand side, there was a meter where it was like building up points, and certain cards cost certain points to spend. So I'm assuming that's a really big benefit to using the Hunter. I know this game isn't about the game, but red looking suspect there. Yeah, that's why he's there. He's a conversation piece. Going to miss those 99 shots from XCOM. I'm not a big XCOM guy, right? So like I've played it before. I named all my characters gonna die, probably gonna die, about to die, don't get attached, stuff like that, just to be a joke, because I'm bad. Seems like there might be something in October. They said something about, yeah, they're gonna slowly hype the game, and you know, I am one of their official creators. I'm sponsored by 2K and Midnight Suns on this game. So, you know, any information that we have, I am going to get right out to you as long as I'm allowed to. So I'm going to have all sorts of inside scoops, if you will. Game looks more excited for Guardians. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, because Guardians is a little bit more of a traditional game, and I understand that. But the good news is Guardians is like next month, right? And this is not till March, so you can do both. I don't think it's multiplayer. I think it's a single-player experience. Marvel Heroes Yu-Gi-Oh! Edition. Right, Lord Nightbringer? But, like, I think that's cool, right? 3rd-year anniversary of Marvel Spider-Man. Yes. What's up, 223? I'm excited for something different. Another random pick, Shang-Chi. Maybe. Shang-Chi would make sense. What's up, Clone Cyclops? You watched Shang-Chi and it was great? Well, that's awesome. Yeah, so I think the games look great. Ralph looks like he's going to main Ghost Rider, which looks awesome. I honestly, there's a lot of really great characters in the game. So let's see what I have for art. Let's go back. I have like a file where I have everything saved. All right, screenshots. Let's go through our screenshots here. So, you know, here you have, you know, Doctor Strange and Tony Stark. From what we... Oh, wait. You're not looking at it. My bad. Hold on. Let's go back to desktop. There we go. From what I understand, these two do not like each other in this game. So that's certainly interesting. Do I not... I don't know why this doesn't work as like... I thought I could like rotate through like a... kind of like a... what do you call it? Like a slideshow, but I guess not. So you've got that one. Then we have this one right here, which is a look at the Abbey. And I don't know, like, what else we got? Oh, look at that. You got Blade right there. All right. So these are all official screenshots from the game. This is the coffin about to open. And there's Strange and Nico opening the coffin. And then you've got Lilith and a bunch of Hydra troopers. What's up, Meister? How do you acquire the Blade skin? You have to sign up for their mailing list. Here you got a couple demons that we're fighting. So if you go to midnightsuns.com, that's S-U-N-S, there's another shot of Lilith. You can get that midnight, or that skin. So here's Magic. And you can see Iron Man through this portal right here. And here's the whole crew. So you got Doctor Strange. This is their Midnight Suns armor. So this is special gear that each character has based on the Midnight Suns. So you have Doctor Strange, Magic, Iron Man. Look at that dope armor. You know what would be dope? If they cross over with Avengers and Iron Man gets that in Marvel's Avengers. You got Wolverine, who is a midget, like literally the second shortest person here. The Hunter, towering over him. You got Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. You got Blade. I got Captain America with, look at that shield. Look at all that. You got Nico Minoru, and you've got Captain Marvel. So that's a pretty good cast of characters right there. Do you think people are excited for Blade because he's rarely been used in games? I think it's a mixture of both. I mean, obviously, we are going to get a Blade movie at some point. What's his name? He was in the Daredevil. No, I'm sorry. He was in Luke Cage. Marshala Ali. I don't know if I said his name right. But he's going to be playing Blade in the reboot of Blade. I'm going to catch up with chat. Elijah, who do you think the other 3 characters are? They're hinting very heavily at Scarlet Witch. Like, in every video, there's been some reference to Scarlet Witch. In the original Midnight Suns, Moon Knight was a member. I would love it if Moon Knight was a member. And, Hellstrom was a member. Another Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, and Danny Ketch were in it. So who knows? But yeah. So here's the Hunter. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. So yeah. All right, so here they are taking the Hunter out. A little dark shot of Doctor Strange. Look at that. Dude, that looks like Wesley Snipes right there, right? Right? Look at that. Dude, Blade looks sick. I'm actually very excited to use Blade. We've seen a resurgence of Blade, though. He's in Fortnite, you know? There's a dope shot of Cap. This is one of the cards right here. So, see how it costs 3 power right here? Daywalker, deal damage to up to 4 targets. Ali was also Uncle Aaron in Into the Spider-Verse. Was he? Ali. That's cool. Yeah, you're right. I think, so there's one of these Hell Beasts. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of, what's his name? Donald Glover was Uncle Aaron. Was Aaron Davis, basically, in the movie. So you can see here some of the cards. Is a heal card for the Hunter. So right here you can see Blade, Hunter, and Captain America are out. Look at that shot of Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider. And you got Iron Man. Another amazing shot of Ghost Rider. Get over here! It's my best Mortal Kombat voice. Got a shot of the Hunter with RoboCop in the background. This is the reboot RoboCop, black suit. So you got the Hunter with Captain Marvel and Blade. Hunter talking to Captain Marvel. And then we have Iron Man. What's up, Dylan? So there you go, guys. That was it was a short stream because we were basically watching. Make sure you tap that like button for me. I'm very excited for Midnight Suns. I hope you are too. And as we get more gameplay, I will be here for it. So, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm sure I'll have something else coming up tonight. I don't know what yet, but we'll see ya.